I have Yvette Wentland here, and she has our pad system, and she's had some pretty interesting and positive results. So I just wanted to interview you. First of all, how are you doing, Yvette?
I'm doing well.
And how long do you think you've had the pad system?
I had gotten it probably a year and a half now.
I take it from what I read from what you sent to me that you've had some pretty interesting experiences with it. So can you just get us a general idea of how it's been going for you and then maybe some specifics?
Sure. It's been going really well. With COVID happening, it kind of pushed me back a little bit. And then, now things are picking up again. I have a few women that are doing well, not having any problems with it. They're enjoying it, resting, while they're on it. But then the interesting thing is when people come, they're telling me other things that it's been helping for them.
Was that an older gentleman?
That was a woman. She would tell me is at night she would have to get up, go into a warm shower or bath because she couldn't sleep through the night without it, irritating her. A lot of jumping, a little bit of pain in there. So she said she'd get up, have to shower, get warm, and then go back to bed almost every night. She said once she was on the lights, she noticed it was disappearing. So that was one of the things. Once
When
that
you say it was disappearing, is it gone or is it it's gone?
gone. Hmm.
And how many visits do you think that it took to get that much better?
You know what? I'm going to say she was probably on her 10th visit when she realized herself that something was happening.
And
Um,
where do you put the pads?
so I was putting
So pads were going where?
on her thighs, on her arms, on her back, on her belly,
It doesn't work as easily with pads because it's a little bit more labor intensive than with the bed where someone just jumps in the bed and has a great experience. It's so much easier, and it's but the combination of when you're doing really financially great, I want you to get a bed, by the way.
oh,
uh,
I do too.
Combining both, I mean, the pads are great, there's nothing like that,
Right.
but for all the healing and stuff like that, the bed just makes it easier and it's more comprehensive. You're
Mhm.
doing head to toe, work on somebody, so we're seeing even more remarkable results from head to toe, all that sort of stuff. But getting back to your results, which sounds just absolutely wonderful.
So when she had come to me, I noticed that she was having a hard time walking and her arms were flared up and her wrist and she couldn't move them.
What does that mean? Her arms are flared up. So she's in pain and swollen?
Yeah. And she said, that's what, she said, "Oh, I got another flare up." And that's how we started talking about it. So I said, come give it a try. And so she came a few times. The funny thing about her was she was paying attention to her wrist, her arms, her knees. She wasn't really paying attention to her feet. And so one day she came and she said, "You're not going to believe this." She said, "I stepped on a little stone." She said, "And I felt it." And she said, "Oh my gosh, I've been focusing so much on the other places of my," and she said, "And I actually felt it." She said, "So my feet are getting feeling again."
That she had no feeling in her feet.
So for example, I have a gentleman who had a few motorcycle accidents. He was a dirt bike rider when he was younger. I asked him to just come and give it a try. And when he did, he's only had 7 sessions. And what his words were is, I gave him his life back. For 8 years, he could not lift his head to look up at a ceiling without pain. And he's riding a motorcycle again. He's doing yard work again. He's dancing. He just told me that I'm actually dancing again.
So how
So,
many sessions would you say it took to get him improved?
I thought it was crazy myself, but the first day he was here, he got off the table and he moved his neck a little bit and he said, "I kind of feel better." He said, "I know it sounds crazy, but I kind of feel better." By the third session, he was good. He was loving life again.